Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we have discussed about why do any country need constitution? What is the use of constitution in any country? And we come to know about that constitution is a set of rules and regulation according to which the country is governed by the monarch or by the representative selected by the people. Today we are going to discuss about the key feature of India's constitution. Students, you know that before drafting the constitution, there was colonial rule in our country, and the Britishers, they ruled on our country according to their rules and regulation, and the Indian people, they suffer very much because there was not a freedom of speech, or the people of our country, they were unable to put their view in the ruling constitution, the ruling institutions of the Britishers. Indian people were thinking, and they were trying to make constitution for the independent country India. In 1946, before the independence, the Indian people, the Indian National Congress, they were started thinking and writing about the constitution, that after independence which type of rule we will follow. But in 1947, when we got independence from the Britishers, at the same time there was a partition of Eastern Pakistan and Western Pakistan for the Muslims, and the joy of independence was not too much because of the partition. After independence, the Indian people, they were thinking for making the new constitution, and you know that our country, India, is diverse country. Different type of religion is there. Different type of physical features are there in our country. Different people, they follow different religion, different culture, and they have different type of languages they speak. The Indian people started thinking about these all things, and about 300 people from all over the country, they get together and they started making our constitution. And they were worried about the people who were Dalits, who belongs to scheduled caste, who belongs to tribes, because these people were suffering more, and for them reservation were provided, and in 2 years, 11 months and 18 days, our constitution was prepared, and the people, they made our constitution in about 3 years. On 26th January 1950, we started ruling according to our constitution, and there are many features of the constitution which we are going to discuss now. Now we are going to discuss about the first feature of our democratic constitution's rule. It is federalism. Federalism, as it is written here, this refers to the existence of more than one level of government in the country. In India, we have governments at state level and at central. Panchayati Raj is the third tier of the government. In our country, 3-tier system is there, and first one is the main central government, then comes state government, and then local government. 3-tier system is there. Central government, they look after the welfare of entire country, and many things are there under their control. And then comes state government. State government can look after the welfare of the state. And then Panchayati Raj, it may be the Gram Pradhan of the village, or in urban area the system is there. Municipality system, municipal corporation, they look after the cities. In this way, to govern the entire country properly, 3-tier system is provided in our constitution, because the central government cannot find out the problems of state, and state government cannot find out the problem of every villages or every cities. That is why we have 3-tier system. With the help of this system, one can govern properly on entire nation. That is why federalism is given to a country. With the help of this federation, we have 28 states and 8 union territories. A number of villages are there, and to govern it properly, 3-tier system is provided. The second feature of our constitution is the parliamentary form of government. In our country, parliamentary form of government is there, and the representative, they are elected by the people, and they take decision, they make bill for entire country, the member of the parliament are direct elected by the people, and they take care of entire country. It belongs to central government. About parliament, some words are written here. The parliament, which is made up of all representatives together, controls and guides the government. In this sense, people through their chosen representatives form the government and also control it. The Parliament of India, Sansad, is the supreme law-making institution for entire country. The member of Parliament, they together take decision for entire country, or they make new laws for entire country. In this way, there is a rule of parliamentary government in our country, and they are the representative, the member of the parliament, they are the representative of the citizen of the country, and they take decision on the behalf of the citizen of the country. Now the third feature of our constitution, it is separation of powers. Power do not remain in one hand like in monarchy and in dictatorship. Power remain in one hand, and autocratic ruler, they impose their own rule on the people, on the citizen of the country, and in that people suffer due to censorship. But our constitution provides this system. It is separation of power. Power is shared. Power is shared among the institutions. Three institutions are there, and they are here: legislature, executive and judiciary. Power is shared among these three institutions, and they take care that no one can misuse their power. Here some lines are given for our separation of power. According to the Constitution, there are three organs of the state. These are legislature, executive, judiciary. The legislature refers to our elected representative, and the executive is a smaller group of people who are responsible for implementing laws and running the government. And the judiciary refers the system of court in this country. Means these all three organs, they do different work. In legislature, the person to whom we choose by giving vote, they comes, and mainly they take decisions, they make rules for the country. And the second one is, this is executive. Their work is implementation of law and order, and also they run the government. And judiciary, it provides judgment if any crime happens in our country. It provides judgment to them. And the two types of courts are there. You will study more about these all organs in next chapters.